All right, Thick as Thieves podcast. We back at it. Huh, I'm Nate Rose. Ow, bro! Ow,
I was trying to shake your hand,
my
bro.
fingers, dog. We dap.
Oh, we dap. We do that.
What? I want to talk about cash.
So, we're going to see how good of friends you guys are to each other.
Best.
So there's a stack of questions on the table, and each of you have a tortilla. You'll read the question out loud, then both of you have to guess what the other person's answer will be. After you say your guesses, face each other with your tortillas, count down from 3. If the other person's guess was correct, then do nothing. If the other person was incorrect, slap them with the tortilla. The person with the most correct answers will win the title of the better friend.
Okay.
Oh, let's go. Let me take this off the table because I'm not using my left hand.
Well,
I'm
it's
using
definitely,
my right.
I know I'm going to win this because you're a very simple person.
Is that the thing? Or is it that I'm more vulnerable and share a lot of things I enjoy with you? So
No.
you'll get a lot of them right. How about that? So that sounds like a
Simple.
better friend to me. How about that? Go ahead and do the first question.
Okay. All right. Night owl or early bird?
I'm going night owl.
I'm going early bird. All right.
You sure?
3,
Okay.
2, 1. we both win. All right.
You got it right. You got it right.
Okay. Next. Here we go.
I don't know why I'm sitting back, bro. What's this one say?
Beach or mountain?
Oof.
I'm gonna go with mountain. Oh, I'm sorry, beach for you.
You said it already.
No, beach. That's what I meant. Beach. I changed my answer.
All right, I'm going to go. Oof. Mountain.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we right?
Yeah.
I was bracing. I was like, oh. Well, I don't like how far back we have our arms. I don't even know what the density of this tortilla. Like, how is it gonna feel?
It's probably going to rip.
We ought to start soft.
Okay, cool.
And ramp it up. I'm trying to knock your glasses off by the end of this.
Bro, don't. They're new.
Okay. This is okay. Favorite movie.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Everything,
Let's skip
Everywhere,
that
All
one,
at
man. We
Once.
already got that. That's easy.
Yeah,
that's easy. Come on now.
that's easy
Come on,
money.
it's easy.
Hey, I'm glad though, because there were times where it was Mother. There were times like
Yeah, it's
you're
switched up for me a lot. I consume a lot of movies.
You do.
All right. Let me read one.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
All right. Favorite musical artist? Oof. Oofy doofy.
Oh,
In totality? Dang, dude, this is a hard one. Okay, let's do it.
I mean, I know what I'm gonna say. Okay, Pink Floyd.
Beam.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Damn, bro!
I didn't have to follow through.
You followed through, bro.
didn't
I
have to
said
follow
soft
through.
at the beginning.
I didn't have to follow. You okay?
All right, I'm getting your ass back.
It's Kendrick.
Kendrick. No, look, I would have taken. Okay, so what? Not Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd is up there, but Kendrick definitely takes it as an overall artist. He's my favorite for sure.
Okay. Oh my gosh, bro! I don't even.
Hold on. What is
Here,
this?
go ahead.
Oh shoot! All right, favorite actor. Actually, hold on. I don't know if I know this one. Just you already know. Don't think too much about it.
Okay, I don't know.
Ready?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Tom Hardy.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Dang, bro. Yeah, I'll say Tom Hardy. But who's yours?
This is Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Yes.
I didn't even know that. No, for real, I didn't know that.
I guess that's.
I don't know that
we don't ever talk about that.
We don't ever talk about that. Well, I've definitely.
These are hard for Nate. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
these are hard.
You're tough though because you watch so many movies and you're so I know plenty of actors you do like.
Right.
I was gonna say Javier Bardem. I was gonna say.
Yeah, there's a lot of actors.
Said
Christoph
Daniel
Waltz.
Day-Lewis. Christoph Waltz.
Right.
Okay, we have favorite album.
Oh, I think we're both taking a slap on this one.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Oh, I definitely am getting slapped on this one, for sure. Because I don't think I think I know what it is, but I don't know the name of it.
Okay.
I forgot the name of it.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me figure out. I don't even know because I forgot the name of it. Let me think. I'm just gonna say one then. What am I feeling? It's what's your favorite album? Okay, I got it.
All right. What it is?
Views.
Damn. 3, 2, 1. It is damn.
Yes, damn.
It's damn.
I like that
Mine's
album a
Mr.
lot.
Morale, bro.
Mr. Morale. Dang it,
Yeah.
dude. I
We
wanted to say
listened to
John
that together,
Bellion's
bro.
album, that one that he came out with years ago.
That's a great one. I mean, I have them all on my wall. It's funny enough though that that album came out after my wall was done. So
Mr. Morale?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Middle name. That's a dub for me.
Okay. That's easy. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Elijah.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Rose. I don't know. I forgot your middle name.
That was like the worst.
I know
That's
your
the-
actual last name, but I forget your middle name, even though I buy our flights and I have to put it in. My mic.
It's an execution. Yeah.
Actually, my glasses almost came off.
That was for the first one. I feel like all right. That one's.
That's
I
a
mean, I'm
good
not
one.
trying to kill you. I feel like
The first one. I did slap the mess out of you on that
did.
first
Yeah, you
one.
did. Okay.
Dang, dude. Also, I should know your middle name. That deserves
Ian.
a hard slap.
My
Ian.
middle name is Ian.
Okay, I got you. Favorite sport?
That's easy. Hold on. Let me think about yours.
I don't think it's easy. Oh, I do. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna say track.
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah. 3. I just gave it away. I gave it away. 3, 2, 1.
You got it right. Good job. I like running.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know you like running.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tough though because it's like we don't watch running.
No,
You know what
no.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no, that counts.
That's it.
Definitely.
You got it. You got it right though.
Ooh.
We really be if we don't know this one, we really ain't friends like that.
Birthday.
Cause sometimes I'd be straight forgetting.
No, same.
Even
no,
until it gets close, it's in my calendar.
I'm gonna get close.
Me too.
No, I'm gonna get close.
I know you're a Scorpio. I'm just playing. I don't know what that
Wrong.
means.
Okay.
I think I got it.
Okay. I think
It's like,
I think I got it.
I'm feeling 8
Okay.
or 9 in there somewhere.
Okay, here we go.
Numbers.
Go ahead.
All right. October 9th.
December 22nd. 3, 2, 1.
Tortillas.
Ouch.
He started quivering. December 19th, bro. Come on, no.
19th.
Yes. You gotta do better than that, bro.
19th. Greg's is 17.
I forget about that.
I-
Yes.
you know what though? For the longest time, I don't know why, but for the longest time, I thought it was after Christmas. Like I don't know
yeah,
what
it's
it
so
is,
close.
bro.
It's one of those days. It's like so much is going on during that
Yes,
time. And
yeah,
you're just
exactly.
like everything gets convoluted.
So
Yeah.
December 19th.
Right.
Well, I knew it was around there.
All right.
We'll count it. I'm only 3 days off.
Favorite food or drink? I do not know this.
Honestly, I don't even know mine.
Me
So
either.
if you just say
That's true.
something I like, I'm just gonna.
Actually, I don't think I know mine either. Let's go for it. Go for it. What do you got?
Okay, I'm this. Okay, tropical Skittles.
American food. I'm joking. Pasta.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh. Tropical Skittles is too easy.
But pasta, bruh?
I thought you like high. I thought you were like you're more of
Have
like
we ever eaten pasta
That's
together?
true.
Ever?
Maybe not. We
In
haven't.
all of our.
I don't think we have.
Or drink because I was
You said or drink. I forgot that part of it because
Well,
I do know it's straight up amaretto sour.
I do like amaretto.
I
I
should've
like
said that.
old-fashioned.
Red Bull or coffee.
Yes.
I love coffee,
I love
too.
coffee too.
Yeah,
All right.
I do. Yeah, I went for the easy one. Ah, man.
Favorite book?
Oh. It better be, boy.
Wait, come on now. Hold up.
Oh, yeah. What's my favorite book, bruh? What's my favorite book?
Okay, got it. 12 Rules of Life by Jordan Peterson.
The Bible.
3,
2,
1.
1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
I think I'm the bestest friend out there.
I'm gonna say I didn't slap you because I'm not certain what my favorite book
you
is,
like
but
that
that's a
one
good
lot.
one.
Yeah,
That's
you like
good
that one a lot. All right, what's this next one?
Parents' names.
Hey, I think that's a little unfair because I haven't actually met both of your parents.
What?
I've never met your dad. Ever.
You've never met my dad?
Ever.
What in the world?
Yes. I don't know if y'all knew that or not, but
No, I didn't.
I haven't.
That's crazy. Well, obviously one's really easy. And I know his middle name.
It's easy because we put that on Facebook.
He didn't before.
He changed it up because he was starting to live in my shadow.
Oh, bro.
I'm joking.
Okay. David and Kelly.
Okay. Polly
Mm-hmm.
and Jason. I don't know.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Well, bro, I
Yeah,
missed.
you missed.
He
You see how
counted
toothpick dodged and weaved it? You see how I dodged and weaved it? Talking about he like mixed. Okay, go ahead. Brandy is my mom's name.
Brandy.
What's your dad's name?
Bro, listen. Kelly, though,
were
is your
close.
aunt, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. For the
Bro,
longest time.
I literally
yes.
can't, bro. I cannot. It's so hard for me to distinguish the difference. I think if I saw
They look
photos of
alike.
them now.
Yeah,
But I don't know what it
is.
is.
I remember you telling me you thought that was her.
Yeah, because I be forgetting. Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, Dwayne. Dwayne's my dad's name.
Dwayne, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Dwayne?
Jason?
The Rock?
That's literally my dad.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Johnson? That Dwayne?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, a current goal? Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I got this one.
Go ahead.
Make better music.
Impossible. To transition to original content being our full-time thing.
Yes, please.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, that was an easy one. We got that one. What's that one? Ooh, a fear.
Okay.
You go first.
Not living in God's will.
Losing a leaky.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. Yo, watch this. Watch this.
3, 2, 1. Yeah, that was good.
Why you flinch every time?
Because I just want you to know, keep you on your toes. Because I know another one of your fears is me.
Bro. I already separated it.
Oh, I
you
didn't know you
keep
did that.
doing this.
A pet peeve.
Oh, pet peeve. Okay. Yep. I've got a lot of them.
Yeah, but I don't
know
know
a lot. I know a lot of yours too, but I'll just do a random one.
People thinking they know it all.
Someone calling you dumb.
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Yes, I don't like when people call me dumb because I'm actually dumb.
I'm insecure about it. All right, the last one.
This is rude.
If you weren't in your current profession, what would you be doing?
Oof. I think I know the answer to this one. I know the answer to this one.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough because that
I know
feels
you know
very
the answer to this one,
abstract.
so I'm
to
going
me.
to go ahead and.
Dang, bro.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Like, do we need to go something like fully out of scope?
It's up to you. Whatever, you're supposed to be my friend, so you're supposed to know that. I don't know what to tell you. Ain't that the point of the game, to figure out who's the best friend? So far, it seems like me.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Film critic.
Marketing.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Damn, turn my whole
Come on now. Film critic?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
No, bro.
Bro, like if you couldn't make videos for a living, you would, but you're still interested in the art form. You'd probably do that. Or teach it. You know what I'm saying?
Probably a teacher.
Yeah, but you like if you
Probably a
if
teacher,
you had
yeah.
a teacher.
Because I will teach somebody something.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what?
I think who won?
Who won?
I got the most right?
David won.
Did he?
Yeah.
I smacked him a few times.
So if that means she knows, she said the punishment is not only are you not the best friend, but also you have to get on your knees and let me force this down your throat.
yo. I'm like, dog. Bro, the fact that the first slap or the you got down on your knees like you're about to be beheaded like Ned Stark. Guess you're a better friend than me, bro, but that makes sense because I don't really fucking like you.
People know that, though. You know what I mean? I have a natural... I kind of gravitate more towards empathy. You gravitate more towards aggressiveness. And lack of empathy and tyranny, yeah. Follow us on Spotify at Thick as Thieves and on YouTube. Just look up the Thick as Thieves podcast and give us a like, comment if you must. You can also check us out on Instagram at Made by Thieves. If you want to do that as well, we would really appreciate it. All right, guys.
Yeah, please do it because David needs a new white t-shirt. You know, we do a lot of media review stuff, and we're both working professional people in the creative space. We've been doing it for a long time, so I'd love to hear some of the lessons that you've learned. What are some of the big lessons you've learned since you started making video? Whether that's on the business side, whether that's on the creative side. Like, what are some of those key moments that were like, oh, this is a...
There's a lot of them. Because you can break it down in categories, you can go really deep with it, I think.
Yeah.
But I could start anywhere from just learning business and how to maneuver and how to connect and make meaningful relationships with people, right? But I think the biggest one for me is really about being patient, something I'm still trying to learn, you know what I mean? I'm always constantly learning on how to be patient. Patience in the sense of like, not expecting everything to happen as fast as you want it to.
Yeah.
Because realistically, we all want to be at the point at which we're the best now at all times, right? But
you're just saying like trust the process.
Trust the process. You got so much to learn, dude. And a lot of that comes with patience. You have so many little things that. I'm not saying when it comes to video, I'm not saying like. You have to be better at light. Like you are going to learn lighting better. You are going to learn how to use the camera better, how to compose better, how to piece a story together better. But sometimes it's the small things. It's like how to learn your process. Yeah. Which is something that's kind of hard to practice.
And also for you, you're at Enneagram 3, so like you're very achievement oriented. Yeah. So being achievement oriented, like you want to feel like you're hitting milestones. You know what I'm saying? For sure. So if if you're not doing that, or if you don't count the milestones, like, you know what I'm saying, if your threshold for counting wins is above the small ones, and, you go through a period where you feel like you haven't made any significant traction, that probably, I get like that too.
You think so?
I do. I don't do it as much, but like I definitely go through waves of feeling, sometimes I'm very prolific and creative and I'm making a lot of stuff that I really like, and other times it feels like I'm struggling to make a song that I really like. But I tend to just take advantage of the times where my creative energy is really high. And that allows me to just like, I'm just leaning in. I'm like, okay, if I'm in a good headspace and ideas are coming, that's why I'm staying up till 5 a.m. on a specific song. Or if it's a string of, a couple weeks or whatever, it's like, okay, every night I'm in the studio. I haven't been making a ton of music recently because, I've been in a bit more of a dip. But I think...
you could speak on that a little bit, though. Like, how long have you been making music?
I've been making music for 12 years, 4 years full-time. So it took me about 8 years to really, like, start making...
So why didn't you quit,
It's a passion for me. I always believed in myself, so that's the first part. Like, if I just didn't, had I quit at any point between, those first 8 years... You know what I'm saying? I never would have gotten to this point. But I had a lot of self-belief. I saw myself getting better. That's another indicator to me, is if you're actually making progress, that's enough. Because if you just continue objectively becoming better over time, then, you extrapolate that over 10, 15 years, you get your 10,000 hours in, then you're at the level which is deserving of people watching it. You know what I mean? And so... yeah, so much of my focus has been on like trying to take my music to the next level. And as long as I'm seeing that kind of progress, as long as I can look at my new releases and think that they're better executed than my previous releases, more
Right.
creative or whatever,
Right.
then I know, then I'm cool. I'm riding that. And it comes back to that process, trusting the process. You know, Atomic Habits talks about this, right? Which is the systems are more important than the goals. So you can set a goal. You can be like, you know, it's like I want to be playing shows for 1,000 people, or for you, you know, it's like I want to shoot a feature film. And if that's your goal, there's so much time in between where that's feasible to when you actually achieve that goal. And if you set your goal so high, or your eyes are set on a goal specifically, then, you know, it's going to be very hard for you to weather the storm of a decade without having achieved it. You know what I mean? But if you're like, okay, what are the steps? What do I need to be doing on a daily basis that will lead me to this goal? And then as long as I'm doing those things every day as part of a system, you just string enough of those days together where you're watching a masterclass video.
Right,
and
right.
let me just go out and shoot something. And like you do that a lot. I've seen you do that. I do that. But you'll be like, I just feel like I need to just continue working on my creativity. You'll be like, yo, let's just do this video or do that. So,
Yeah, let's just continue to seek education.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seek education is part of that system. You know, that's what you're describing.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, that too. Yeah.
it's like one thing to, you know, your goal is to, you know, make like a platinum album, but you know, if you can't get those pieces together, that chain of events that allows you to get in the studio and be in the right mindset.
Yeah.
Whether it be, did I call Leaky today and tell her how much I care about her, or did I call my family and talk to my grandma today? And like, there's certain things, there's little processes like that that's going to affect you later on in the day, and it's going to affect your motivation. No fap.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, like
Yeah.
the no fap movement was all about that. Like, you don't fap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't fap, and it helps you with relying on something to kind of get that dopamine in your system.
Yeah.
You start seeking other things to get that dopamine in your system, or you become kind of more. You're not an addict to that feeling anymore.
Yeah.
No screen challenge. Me and you did, which is like being able to take the first 4 hours of your day and not watch any. Don't touch a single screen. I mean, sometimes you got to touch your phone because it's part of our daily lives now in our careers. But trying not to, using the first hour to meditate, eat, go to the gym, do all that stuff, and it's because of that dopamine hit that you get from just swiping on Instagram and TikTok and seeing something funny or something that interests you. You know what I mean? And finding out the system and processes like that, it takes that 4 hours away from the screen time for you to be in the car and listen to a song on the way to the gym and being like, you know, this song inspires me to create this.
Yeah.
Or this audiobook has inspired me to create. You know what I mean? Like this.
So you're saying like avoiding distractions as well is part of that.
I'm saying that's part of my personal system, you know?
Yeah.
People have their own systems about how to make things attractive and how to get to their point, where they need to be at.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had a guy talk about this one time on it was a book. He was talking about his very early in his he's a pastor, and very early in his years of trying to learn how to be a pastor, he would just he had to make himself get up, and at 6 a.m. instead of going to the gym, he'd go to the gym later in the day, but he's like, I'm getting up at 6 a.m. and I'm getting up to read the Bible. Like, that's what I'm doing. And so like he knew that he wasn't going to be able to get the word that he wanted to get out unless he put these systems in line, reading the Bible, spending time talking to God, and then later in the day he was able to formulate different preaching methods and stuff like that just in his head, different messages he can give away. I just thought that was so interesting that it takes discipline even just to implement the systems, right?
Yeah.
So I just I've always enjoyed that, and I feel like we were talking about patience, right? And it's just like Jeff Bezos didn't create Amazon. He created, was it Kindle, Amazon Books or whatever, in like the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's, we're talking 25 years later.
Yeah.
And he's 30 years later, 25 years later, he's, changed the landscape of delivery and media. And he's continuing into other frontiers. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, we have this weird feeling in our bodies, dude. Like, Greg was just telling me a second ago off the podcast that he was, he felt like he was retarded.
Okay.
No, dead serious though. No, but people in their 20s. Oh, why am I not making $150,000 a year?
Like Greg can't even defend himself. He's just back there editing. We're just like flaming him on the podcast.
But yeah, it's just like that kids. I'm 27, right? You're what? You're 32, right? So it's like people. No,
Bro,
you're 28. No, you're 28 though. You're in
Yeah.
your 20s, and people are just like freaking out, bro. Like, I'm not making 150K a year. I haven't reached all my goals, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that man, Gary. What's his name? Gary Vanderbilt. He like
What Vaynerchuk, bro?
I can't be
David's
serious.
losing his mind.
No, but Gary Vanderchuk, man, Steve Carell didn't get his play, and he didn't get to be in the office until his 40s, you know?
Yeah.
The people just got to get off of this, and they got to find patience and understand that the process is a part of life.
Gary Vee does talk about that a
Gary
lot.
Vee was talking about that, yeah.
You know, I think this is a bit off the media topic, but it fits in with what you're saying. Hey, boy, you got
go
a
ahead.
fuzzy
Get
on
it.
you, bro. No, hell no. No, this is a bit off the media topic, but kind of relates to that. So I've been reading this book, Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. So he was a Roman emperor
Yeah.
in I think it was 161 to 180
Right.
AD. But he had this Meditations is basically like a memoir that he wrote. I apparently it wasn't intended to be distributed to the public, but over time somebody found it and kind of compiled it and translated it. But one of the things that he talks about in there is he's very keen on being present, and he's very keen on he speaks a lot about the idea of the fact that this moment is all you have, like the exact moment that you're in it for just that blip, and then it's behind you, and everything in your past you can't access anymore, and everything in the future we don't have access to either.
Wow.
And it's just this moment. So if you're not present, if you're kind of just going through life, or if you have a goal that's
Hashtag live in the moment.
Hashtag live in the
Marcus
moment.
Aurelius.
But yeah, if you have a goal though that's like super far out, and you're like, okay, if I'm able to get to this, then I'll be happy. You know what I mean?
He was writing this in his
always
personal
delaying
journal?
Yeah.
that's
Well,
crazy.
the journal. It was more like philosophical reflections and things he wanted to remind himself. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Oh, dude, but another theme in there that kind of relates to what you're saying is like he has this section where he talks about getting out of bed. Like it's funny because you don't really think about the fact that a Roman emperor would also he's human, so he's like he wakes up in the morning and he's like, I don't really feel like getting up.
Right.
And but he's like this is what you were meant to do. You were meant to lay here in bed, not to achieve your full potential, not to go and do your duty and whatever. He goes, nature has set quotas on the things that we do. He goes, you have a certain amount of food you can eat, whatever. He's like, there's a certain amount of time that you're supposed to sleep, and you've overspent there and you've underspent on your work. And he's like, get up.
Dude, it's funny to think. I want to kind of talk about this for a second, but we kind of it's so funny. Like, of course they slept and didn't want to get out of bed. For some reason, I always just picture those people in just armor.
Yo, that's actually one of my favorite things to think about. Like, think about every niche human experience that's part of humans. We don't just have those today. Those existed in every time frame. There's somebody's life who was like, there's somebody in the Roman Empire that got cheated on and then was depressed.
Overcame it, got remarried, had kids, and told that story.
Yeah, there's somebody like their whole story was like they got hit by a wagon and both of their legs are
Dang, dude, that's so true.
Like it's just like that is or I just think about even just like fun stuff, like what kind of games were kids playing?
Right,
in
right.
Rome,
Or just like
Or
that in the
professional sports or competing or
That's true. Oh yeah, they
Your
were like
coaches.
actually like wanting to be the best too. Like they were trying to be the champions. They had tournaments and stuff. We kind of it's weird how we look at history like that. Even like the 50s and stuff I look at like that. Like they all just went to smoke shops and smoked cigars and just drunk beer and like just I'm like or they just, drove these really cool cars, but like yeah, but we had dudes who were like literally like their girls were getting rizzed up by the hottest dude in the neighborhood and he was jealous. You know what I mean? Like that happened. He was like, "Dang, bro, I hate that man, bro. He's clean shaven, looking good."
No, dude. It's interesting though that today we have so much video content and social media that if people in 100 years, if people still exist in 100 years, shout out to AI. But they're gonna, we're gonna actually be able to come back and look at the cultural memes of the time and why things were funny and what events happened that kind of shaped us and what people thought about it and what outfits and everything, like all of it. I mean, it's kind of insane.
Yeah, it is, man. I that kind of gives me an existential crisis. Obviously, we all kind of find our own philosophical ways to deal with it. But when I'm thinking about that, bro, I'm like, whenever I see these old people are doing this new thing now where they colorize old video and old photography. Mm-hmm. And I've seen this video where these people are just there's this dude just driving this couple around in like Boston or something like that. Mm-hmm. There's an old video. And they were colorizing and it looked so real. And I'm like, dude, all those people in that clip are just dead now. And at the time, you know what I mean? At the time, like, they were just us. Doing us, what we're doing. Yep. And then they cease to exist.
I had the same thought in Cafe Intermezzo, like me and Aliki's favorite restaurant in Nashville. And there's these old photos in there of like an old man at a cafe. Like photos taken probably in like the, I don't know, 60s or something like that. And it's just like, yo, like this person.
More than likely.
Like, I don't know this person. Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Definitely based on how old they were.
Got you.
But yeah, it is weird. It's like there's a photo of a person that is no longer here, and they have a story. Whenever we drive by certain people, we always like look out and like, what's that person's story? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's, I don't know. Yeah, that's like a fun little thought experiment to really like put yourself in these different scenarios. And
also, it's like, what is it? It really, I think it can teach you a lot about how small everything, how imperfect everything is, and how there's so many stories. It's like, why stress about all the things in your life when there's a dude, we talked about this before on a podcast, but there's a dude in Norway who, he got up this morning and mowed his grass, did his yard work, and didn't think a single thing about David. Mm-hmm. He don't know you. He don't care about you. And in our minds, we feel like everyone does. Yeah. We feel like everyone in the world. Yeah, we're the main character in our story. Yeah, we're the main characters in our story. And we're doing this podcast, which, yes, have goals. Like, you know what I mean? Have goals and pursue them and stuff. But it's the small things. Next time you're in a public group and you have a joke and you're afraid to say that joke because you don't think people will laugh at it, no one cares. Just say the joke, bro. Yeah. You are going to die one day and no one's going to ever think about that joke again. It can teach people how to be more in love with themselves, I think, and not too scared to like live life. Greg, I know you're listening to this podcast right now, and I know you have this fear going on as well. I just want you to know, no one cares. Okay?
The things you're struggling with, that's for you to deal with. No one cares.
I'm just saying, like, we don't care, bro. Like, if you got something funny to say, funny it up. And if I don't laugh,
dude,
I'm gonna die one day, and then I'll be the one guy who died and didn't laugh at your joke. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm being serious though. That's how it is. Yes. It's like, bro,
why are we picking on Greg so much?
I like Greg a lot. I think Greg has so much potential, but he just doesn't tell his jokes. No, it's just, I just think that's funny. I used to think like that. That's the only reason I think like, that's how I talk to myself. Is like, I used to be so introverted and so like nervous, and I used to not have this, not overwhelming, but I have a lot of confidence now, and it really comes from God. But another thing is it really comes from understanding that nothing really matters. Like, I know it's kind of like that philosophical joke thing is like nothing matters, but no, like, you can't go walling out. You can't just be making fun of people and doing the most or saying things that are controversy for no reason. But really, like,
it's insignificant to the bigger picture of
insignificant.
In Christianity, it's like it's the afterlife. It's like you're here for a blip and you have all of eternity here. Or some people believe in the natural order of the universe. That's what in meditations talks about, like the logos, and that basically there's a purpose to the universe, and that we are all just like, all of us are just part of that process that is kind of moving through.
And why do we not give that same credit to happiness as well? We give so much weight to like what we're scared of and what we don't want to do and what risk we were like, oh, I don't want to do that because this will happen. Yeah. But why don't we give that same weight to our happiness? I don't want to not do this because it jeopardizes my happiness.
Yeah. Or like, I'm doing these things that currently make me happy and I'm recognizing them, which is gratitude.
Right. Yeah. That's so good.
Yo, I think this is something interesting based on what you said. The idea of you being like loving yourself more. I think loving yourself is good, but I think there's this fine line between, like, I think you have to have an orienting ideal of what a great person should be, and I think that has to be robust, because I think a lot of people fall short of that, and they can't diagnose it right. If you just, if you're a narcissist, or if you're like a rude person or whatever, and like you just don't think you have a problem, and you like loving yourself is actually not moral, then, like in the sense of, no, you have changes you need to make.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I think people, like, and that's really what, like, religion also fills that gap. It's like, what moral code? What's the ideal? And Christianity is Jesus. Jesus is the ideal way to be a human.
Right.
And, kind of decoding those things, you can kind of look at your life and say, am I aligning all of these, like all of my character traits with those? So it starts this process of where you have to first have honest conversations about where you're at on that journey, and identify those, and also be okay with being wrong or checking yourself, right, and reworking it. And then you have to rebuild it towards an orienting value system. Because if you don't, I think a lot of people today just kind of like come up with their own values or morals, or they're kind of just winging it a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, we've had people have been studying this for thousands of years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, there's wisdom there. Like, we're just throwing away all sense of, like, traditional ideas of what makes a good life in pursuit of, like, a lot of people today are just like, I have the correct idea. It's like, okay, but, like, I mean, there's a lot of issues that you're dealing with.
Live your true self. That's what they're saying, right?
Yeah. Sort of like, I don't know. I just think, I think when people say, like, love yourself or whatever, I just don't think that's deep enough.
It's a little too on the surface.
It is, because you can. I mean, is it a good thing if Jeffrey Dahmer loves himself? You know what I mean? Maybe Hitler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
right. You're right.
It's like you can love yourself and also be a
complete jerk.
A horrible actor of
a dingleberry.
Yeah, dingleberry. Really,
for lack of a better term,
a real silly goose.
Yes.
All right, what's going on, guys? I have a new single coming out called Right When It Stick. Comes out June 9th. One of my favorite records, all self-produced, mixed and mastered by Biz, and it's a very big sound. Very excited for you to check it out. I'm gonna give you a little snippet right here in this. You guys in the podcast will hear it first. So.
I gotta give it some gas when it stick. Right when it stick. Right when it stick. Right when it stick. I put a rat in the drive. Right when it stick. Right when it stick. My dogs know to keep it private light. When I'm not on site, they gon' like the deal. Live for real.
We've been deeply philosophical, but I just want to tell you something cool.
What happened?
Okay. So I saw a post, and let me tell you about ants.
Ants?
Yes. Ants do not have lungs. Ants do not have ears. Ants are farmers. Ants have 2 stomachs. Ants can swim. Ants are slave owners.
Whoa, pause.
Ants are older than dinosaurs. There are more than 12,000 species of ants worldwide. An ant can lift 20 times its body weight. Think about that.
I've thought about that a lot. I always thought that. I used to think I
That's
was
crazy.
an idiot. I used to think that means that they could lift a car, but I never understood the body weight thing. I remember that as a kid. I used to think. I'm being serious.
Some queen ants can live for several years and have millions of offspring, which millions is crazy.
The Genghis Khans of insects.
Yes, going stupid. When ants fight, they usually fight to the death.
The Genghis Khans of insects.
When the colony's queen dies, the colony can only survive for a few months. The Genghis Khan of insects. Ants can live
that's crazy.
for up to 2 hours without oxygen, and ants have no blood.
Wait, why is it when the queen dies?
Yo, dude, bro, they have an entire different system.
culture.
Yeah, exactly. No, for real though. There's like there's cultures in the wild. Like different animals do different things, and I say culture, but I mean I really do think that there are certain, like if you're vying for a mate,
Yeah.
in a lot of these places, like rams, for example,
Right.
it's like, all right, hey, you're in my space, bro. Like we have a code. We have an unspoken
Right.
code. You're in my neck of the woods, bruh, and you trying to holler at the shawty that I'm trying to holler at. We gotta get
We have to
buck.
run it. We have to run it.
We gonna have to
Nah.
run some horns.
Bro, I think think about that, bro. There's a super small colony, lots of them, because there's, how many ants are in the world? Uncountable. You know what I mean? So it's like,
At least 5.
at least 5 ants. We know that for sure.
Probably 6.
But I'm
or
thinking
more.
about, bro, like, they really just a bunch of people, and they have a queen, bro.
Mm-hmm. Bro,
They have a
hold
queen.
on, hold up.
That's crazy to me.
I got a good story.
What?
I got a good story about this. Okay, this is a time that me and my wife found out we were ignorant.
Dude.
And this relates to animals. Okay, so we were leaving the house one day and we noticed we have this small little tree in our front yard, and we noticed there was a giant like object in the tree.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is that? And so I went up to it and looked a little bit closer, and I realized it was like thousands of bees. And I was like, this is crazy. So we were heading out somewhere. We come back home, wake up in the morning the next day, they're still out there. And we're like, okay, well, we should probably like call a beekeeper or whatever to see what's up. So we call a beekeeper, and we're like, hey, there are these bees in our tree, whatever. We don't know what to do about them. What do you suggest? And he goes, I'm on my way there now. He said, I'm about 30 minutes out. Let me know if they all fly away before I get there. And, they've been there overnight. And so I'm like, okay, we'll do. And I get off the phone and I'm looking at Aliki and I'm like, yeah, okay. Like, yeah, I'll let you know if in the next 30 minutes they fly away. All of them fly away in the next 30 minutes. They've been here all night.
Yeah.
So, we're just getting to talking about some other stuff. And just at some point, I just wanted to look at the bees again. They were all gone. And
whoa.
Yeah, all of them. They were all gone. And I was like, what? That's crazy. So I called him, like he said, and I'm like, hey, just want to let you know the bees, they're all gone, like you said. And he was like, yeah. He was like, bees don't like to be out in the open. They like a nice dark area. He goes, whenever they're out in the open like that and huddled up, what they're doing is basically protecting the queen and sending scout bees out to look for a new place to stay. So they're in a specific area protecting everything.
Yeah.
And then they're sending scout bees to go find a new place to stay and then report back and say, all right, like I got a spot over here.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying?
That's, first of all, that's funny that he called it, but that's a wild nature. Like, that's...
Yeah. Like, how do they even communicate that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro, how do we ever... No, yo.
It's insane. But yes.
They're doing that. We're just in the house right now. There's some bees doing that right now.
Yeah.
We think they're just idiots. They're out there scouting and stuff.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't even scout.
I just think I like that story so much because I was
funny.
Arrogantly confident with... Yeah, I'm talking to a beekeeper. You know what I'm saying?
Privy to a lot of information that you weren't privy to.
And me and Alika were both like, all right, bro. Like, yes, okay, we got it. We'll call you in the next 30 minutes. But yeah.
I think it's funny because he's so used to the information, he's just like, just let me know if they leave or not. He didn't have to explain it to you.
Right.
But that lack of explaining it to you was for the reason you're like, okay, idiot. Like, and he's like, but he's just, I'm a pro at this, bro. Just let me know if they leave or not. And then they leave. That's hilarious.
Yeah, but
that's crazy, dude.
Anyway, man, I don't know.
Funny story.
There's a lot of also speaking of animals, we're just on the topic of animals. I went to the Louisville Zoo, bro.
Louisville has a zoo?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
good,
bro. I had
a big city.
Close encounters with it is the best zoo experience I've ever had because
really?
Yes, because a lot of times when you go to a zoo, it's like, the tiger or something is like sleeping way off in the, you can just kind of see the color of him in the grass. Right. I don't know what it was. It was a beautiful day. I guess these animals were up and at it. Dog, I was face to face with a gorilla. Like, the glass is right here. The gorilla's just up there and we're just looking at each other.
Did y'all make eye contact?
Yeah. Yeah, and he was eating like celery and stuff, and then a tiger.
That boy was
also saw a
grubbing.
tiger walked right up next to the glass, and his head was like this big. I was like, this is crazy. Elephant, same thing. Like, and it's so interesting because we don't understand like the extent of the knowledge of certain animals, but I'm always impressed because I always, I feel like society thinks they're dumber than they are. Like just generally, I think that's a general idea. But then you see stuff that is like kind of like unexplainable. Like I saw a video of elephants painting.
I've seen that,
painting
bro. I've seen that.
Photos of themselves from like not just the side profile.
Right.
Like some of them were like a 3/4 profile to the face, like painting it.
They understand.
And they have enough dexterity in there.
Oh my gosh, dude. And I seen it.
Yo, look that up. Seriously, look that up. If you have not seen videos of elephants painting pictures of themselves, it'll blow you away. It's crazy.
It's wild that they can do that, bro. And the same thing with elephants is I've seen that an elephant reprimand its child or save. Have you seen the videos where they're reprimanding their children or saving other elephants or crying? Mothers will weep over their dead babies or lost elephants in the group. I'm like, dang, dude, that's wild. First of all, I did see a funny video. There's a girl, I don't know where they were at, but there's a girl was like, this baby elephant was playing with her, but it was like accidentally stepping on her skirt and her clothes were coming off. And like the mom came over and was like, no, like stepped down next to it.
Yeah.
And the baby was like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
Like got onto the...
That's crazy.
Bro, that's amazing, man. Look at God's earth.
Yeah. Yeah, and we just don't know any of that, bro. Also, there are certain animals that just have different intelligence, like, that we don't have, that we're not a part of. Like, and you have to kind of, like, bend what, we have to talk about what you mean by intelligence, but, like, dolphins can communicate with sonar. You know what I mean? We don't have that ability.
Bro, what the heck?
We have a like, if you're blind, you learn to kind of like listen to reflections, but that's not the same.
Echolocation.
Like
That's not sonar.
Yeah. Echolocation. But that's insane. Or like even just physically, like the eyesight of falcons or eagles is like there's so many ways in which animals are biologically superior.
First of all, an eagle's eye is the same size as a human, but compared to their bodies, it looks smaller. That's why we always think it's smaller. Found that out yesterday. Oh,
really?
Yeah, that's why they got super sharp eyes.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, they be doing that. Yeah, that's dude. Animals, dude, they're amazing. And octopuses, bro.
Yeah, that's the craziest.
They're aliens.
One. Yeah, they can just fit inside octopus can fit inside like a hole the size of a quarter. Like
Yes,
put its whole body into it, and then it can change color and texture.
What are they doing? We don't even understand how they do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like that's not a thing we can do, and they can do it on command.
Right, into anything. They're essentially reflecting back what's around them because they're becoming camouflage.
Yeah.
So it's like, what is that?
Yo, or like, man, animals playing, bro. There's this video of an octopus that's just like gets in a coconut and is just like rolling down a hill, and then it like drags it back up and is just rolling down a hill.
They're just having a good time.
Animals just be having fun, bro, in the wild because they ain't got nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? I know you see like dogs and elephants
we're almost
playing,
too smart for our own good. Sometimes it feels like.
Yeah, it's wild, bro.
Sometimes like # let's go back to apes. You know what I mean?
I don't know about all that.
No, I'm saying that. Like,
you believe in that?
Peace.
To go back to apes?
So I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. You got me cornered in there for a second. Well, dude, I gotta say, I like doing this podcast.
I do too, man. I do too. I mean, I'd prefer it to be anyone but you. But
that's funny you didn't let me finish my sentence. I like doing this podcast when I get to talk.
Well, you do a lot of that, so.
That's true.
No, I'm just playing. All right, Thick and Steve's podcast, bro. Always a pleasure.
Check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify.
That's it?
With some other stuff, right?
Yeah, it's everywhere,
YouTube,
bro.
Spotify, follow us and give us a little like if you want.
Let's go. All right. Peace.
Yeah, baby, need top 5 when I'm done going mental. Yeah, I'm locked in, you can peep my condition, man, the lab all winter. All summer, yeah, I went dumb.